there are those losses that come in, but over time, it has helped us to identify who exactly our target clients are. And we are focusing on satisfying them and people who are like them. So I can say the other challenge has been when we get big orders and
Yes.
trying to identify people to work with. Like you said, there's some people who don't like to work with others.
Yeah.
So, and when they do work with you, they want to do things their way, you know. And yet, if you're making people things, especially for the international market, they have a certain kind of specification they
Yeah,
want.
certain standards that
And
you have
we
to
have very
meet.
many creatives, so they're like, oh, okay, I feel it looks better if I make it bigger. It looks better if I make it smaller.
Yeah.
But I want it exactly the way I've said you make it, because that's exactly how the client expects
client
it to
wants
be. So that has also been a bit of a challenge. But again, mindset shift doesn't happen overnight. You know, it's something that you have to stress over and over. You tell someone, I can't work with you if you don't do exactly what I want you to do.
Yeah.
You see, so that's been a bit of a challenge, to let go of people who are good if they are not meeting your standards,
Yeah, absolutely.
because we have a client to satisfy. So that's been a bit of a challenge, but we're working around it, and we're getting more people on board that are willing to work within our values as well, and our standards.
You know, part of what you're saying, I used to experience that a lot, because I used to work with a group of women artisans, and majority of them are from like rural communities. So I would bring trainers, get them trained on a certain product, maybe bags or something else. And you know, the quality of the products that they were making was totally like not so good at the end of that day. So you realize you want to be able to meet international standard market, but at the end of the day, the group that you have, you know, yes, they are able to produce something, but they are not able to meet certain standards, you know, that you'd really want. So I know that is one of the other big challenges, and as well as consistency.
Yeah.
Because somebody will produce this today and it is so neat, it is really, really nice, and the customer specifically wants it just like this. But then you find that it's a problem for the person to be able to create this exactly with the same, you know, specific level of detail and level of neatness. So some of those challenges I totally can relate so much. But moving on from there, I know there are people who are watching us who would love to get into this sector, the handcraft sector. Do you have, you know, what advice would you give anybody who is watching us right now and they want to be able to get into the handcraft sector? Yeah.
So I would say, first of all, invest in yourself. Know everything you need to know about what you're doing. Because much as this is crochet, it is a business. And we have many, I would say, hobbyists. A hobbyist is different from a business person. If you're doing something just simply because you love to do it, if you choose to do that as a business, if you do not study about business and the things you need to do, understanding how do I source my materials, how much am I putting in, when I make the income, how much profit am I making, you reach a point and get disappointed when you feel that you're not being given what you deserve. But you need to understand everything in the line of business. So put into yourself. And then also I would say, replicate yourself. Train other people to do what you can do, so that when you are not there, like for example, I'd again say the Sima doll.
Yes.
The lady that works on these dolls, if I made this Sima doll and she made a Sima doll as well, you wouldn't tell who made the doll.
Wow.
Because she has mastered it over the years, and it will be exactly the same. So we can only go far if we have many people like us.
That's absolutely
If you look at
true.
the analogy of Jesus, he got disciples you know, so that when he was gone, they didn't even weigh more than he did, because he left a piece of him in each one of them. So train other people. And then also think growth and look beyond just serving the person who will look at the doll. But also give a good customer service to your client. In case, for example, something happens along the way and the dolls maybe get delivered to a different location, take ownership, compensate them. No, do not say, it's not my fault, this happened. No, make sure that the customer is satisfied all through, beyond the product. Don't just look at the money they will give you, but look at them coming back. Because when a happy client comes back, he or she does not come back alone. They will refer you to others. And the big orders actually we have received have been from repeat clients. It is rare that a person will come and say, I want $100, when they will first come and buy one. Then maybe they'll come and buy 5. Then they will say, oh, now I want $100. So the way you treat them, look at every client who buys as a potential big client. Like look at them in the future, you know, like this one will come back and they'll buy multiples, because getting new clients is harder than maintaining those you already have. So yes, some of us are good on social media, we're making all these contacts, but everyone that comes does not return. Okay, so let us move beyond getting new clients, but also work on nurturing those we already have. So if you have a team that you have replicated yourself into, and then you have a happy client, then that will ensure growth and sustainability. But also that takes patience. It won't happen overnight. There are mindsets that need to shift. You'll have to put in money, and then 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 you start to reap. You know, it's not a get rich quick thing. You know?
It's not.
You have to be committed for the long haul, so that when the client comes back, they don't find that, oh, I no longer make dolls, now I am selling G-nuts. You know, and then when you've started collecting the clients for G-nuts, like, oh, no, I'm no longer in G-nuts, now I make bags. Okay, you are confusing your clients. Be consistent and be patient and committed to growing this.
Actually, thank you for sharing those insights. I know that for anybody who is listening, there is so much to learn from what Naomi has shared. And I like what you shared last as well. For somebody to pick a niche, especially for people in the handcraft sector, you know, you cannot go about making every other product. You cannot go about making like 20 different kinds of products. At the end of the day, you confuse the customer, like she said. You confuse them, and they don't even know how to support you. I wouldn't know how to refer you to another client. So it's very important, like she specialized. It's good if we can pick a niche and focus on that and really get so good at that. So yeah, thank you. And I'd love to ask, what keeps you going? Why do you still pursue this?
I think everyone needs a support system. There'll be times when you feel like, I think this is not working, like especially in the off-peak seasons when you're like, am I really doing the right thing? Maybe I should just go and get a job, and you know. But then you look again at why did you start in the first place? So your why is what gets you back to focus. I can say my husband is a strong support system for me.
That's amazing.
As an artisan and as a creative, I get excited sometimes, you know. So I see someone making really beautiful bags, I'm like, I think I can do that. Then I come all excited, I'm like, oh, I want to make bags. I'm like, But then, the last time we talked, you were doing this and this and this in relation to the dolls and scarves. Don't you think you're diverting? Like, you need someone to get you back on course. Because I have said you can't be doing everything, but honestly, if you are creative, you can do anything. And I used to tell people when I was working, for me, even if this contract ended today, I cannot sleep hungry. these hands can make anything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need anyone to teach me. I can go on YouTube and learn. And that is something that we easily go into as creatives if we don't have someone to hold us accountable. You need an accountability partner. You need someone who will be tough and tell you, no, this is not what you planned to do. Yeah. You are going off course. Someone to get you back in line. So that's what I call my support system. And yeah, so we need to be helped to focus. So for me, that has been it. And also looking at, if I left the women whose lives have already impacted.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like this is not for me anymore. You know, so that also pushes me. So my why, my support system, and the people that I work with push me to continue.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Naomi, for sharing. Maybe the other thing that our viewers would love to know is, personally, how do you see the future of this business, this specific business here in Uganda? Yes. Do you hope maybe that one day you will have maybe a factory, or I don't know. How do you see the future of this, and do you encourage other people to get on board? Is there somebody out there that, or do you already have enough people that you're working with, or there are people out there who can actually join your team?
So I am looking what growth looks like for us, for Oshare, is having I'm looking at us being like a production house.
Okay.
Like taking more of the background seat, and maybe you come and tell us beyond limitations, want these kind of dolls specifically for us, tailored to us, that you won't sell to anyone else. Then we produce those for you. And then another partner comes on board and says, for me, I want these dolls for me. So we do like production, like the way it is in China, that a designer would go and take them a sample and tell them we want this in bulk. So I see us being in that position. We still want to hold on to our model of people working in their homes, but also we look at having a center where we can have, because right now I still work from home, but like having a center where we can come maybe twice a week or 3 times a week to, you know, like to have everything collected there, and also to, like our office where we can have these partners come and meet, because right now the office is here. The partners ideally would still come here to my home, but yeah, that's the big vision, and to impact more women. And then also beyond making these dolls, because this is also seasonal, we look at empowering women all round.
Are there other skills that you offer women out there?
No, right now we don't, but we are in the process of working with another partner who will be in specifically trainings. So the trainings would be in different things, not just crochet, but other items that we can sell, maybe even liquid soap, mushroom growing, different skills, but also how to make those particular skills into a business, so that our artisans are not only working with us, but can also fend for themselves in case they chose to move to a different place like I did. They can also go and do anything else. Yeah, so to empower women beyond just working for us, but to also become business owners.
Get involved in other things, income generating activities. That's good. That's really good. Because at the end of the day, I know sometimes business can get slow. But when you incorporate in other activities that generate income, then that's good. That's really good. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if for those of you maybe who might have certain questions, you can still be able to to just drop those questions somewhere below, possibly in the chat section, and we'll be able to get back to you. But Naomi, so do you have presence on social media? And if you do, on which platforms are you on, and what platforms are working well for you? Where can the customers find you, those who are interested in your products?
We are on Facebook. We actually started out on Facebook, and that is where I posted my very first neck warmer. Then much later, I created an Instagram page. We're starting out on TikTok as well.
Oh, okay.
You can reach us on 0702 600 436 on WhatsApp or phone call.
I don't know if there are any parting shots that you have, something that you feel maybe our audience would benefit from that we have left out. So yeah, this is the chance for you to be able to share anything about you or anything about your business that you'd want the world out there to know.
A woman took a chance on me,
yeah,
you know, and invited me to go and help out, and it started something big. So I would like to tell women that when you have something good that you do, don't hold on to it for yourself alone.
Yeah.
God did not give it to you for just you. So there's so many people out there that you can help, and there's room for all of us. Do not fear competition. There is room for all of us to grow. So just spread your wings and make another person better, because there's always good that comes to those who do good for others. Yeah.
I'm someone who totally believes that each person is uniquely gifted. There are unique talents that God has given each and every one of us, and we don't have to compete. We don't have to compare ourselves. You don't have to do this just because Naomi is doing it. There is a gifting. There is a gifting that is within you. There is something that you can do as you know. So tap into that source. Tap into you. That God has invested in you, and come up with your own business, come up with your own craft, come up with your own idea, come up with your own service. There is something that is within you. So indeed, there is room for each and every one of us at the top. So we want to appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Naomi, for doing this. And thank you for the work that you're doing. We just pray that indeed the Lord will be able to bless you and expand you, and be able to, you know, cause you to impact and influence more people with the work that you're doing. Yeah, thank you so much, and God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. We want to be able to put a spotlight on artisans here in Uganda, artisans in Africa. So please like this video, share this video, and subscribe for more, because we'll be interviewing different women in Uganda, across Africa, and globally. Amen. So yes, stay tuned, and God bless you.